Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Jessie. This is Playful Moon Tarot. So grateful to have you here with us today. We are going to be pulling some messages from the Goddess Power deck to get messages of empowerment and encouragement on our journey forward. And if you would like to book a personal reading, the link is in the description down below underneath the timestamps. And this is a general reading. The entire message may not resonate with you, but please take what does and kindly leave the rest, as that is for somebody else. And so without further ado, let's get into your guys' readings. Hello, group one. You guys were drawn to the golden amethyst heart. And so let's pull a goddess power card. Let's see which goddess of empowerment comes forward. Messages in alignment with group one's highest good. Messages of love and encouragement, please. Okay, so your guys' card is the Goddess of Stillness. Okay, let's pull some tarot to get a little further into this message. Thanks everybody for being here. I'm truly grateful for you guys. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much. Messages in alignment with everybody's highest good, please. Messages of love and encouragement. What are the current energies around group one? Okay. Okay, this one. Hold on, let me get the one that flew off camera. All right, the Tower. We've got the Eight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. Okay, whoops. So I feel like you guys just kind of went through something because the Tower is here, and so is the Four of Swords and the Four of Cups. And we've got the Sun. That's good. Well, you guys have a lot of fours in your read. Okay. So, and one more card, please. Thank you. Okay, so, and the Ace of Wands. Okay. Let's see. Where should I start? It's the Four of, okay. And so we have, I'm just going to show everybody, we have the Four of Cups. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Four of Swords. We've got the Tower, the Ace of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. So with all of this energy of the four, I mean, stillness that's really going and stopping and taking a moment, because you guys just went through something. It's going to be different for everybody, but basically the Tower talks about kind of a surprise shift. We could lose a job, we could be losing a relationship, we could be losing housing, it's something big that has kind of come in that we were not expecting. And it's a little bit of a shock to the system, a little bit of a, oh crap moment, what's going to happen next? And with all of these other fours, the Four of Cups, so you guys have some more opportunities on the way. And if this person here sitting under the tree would just turn around, it's, you know, an offering. There's an offering. Okay, all of these situations down here might not have worked, might be coming to an end, right? Might be not what's in our best interest, but it's like this little cup is also with this wand. There's another opportunity out there for you guys, and there's something that's coming in for you guys that's new. And the aces are all about, it's like the universe gives you a seed and you plant it and you do the work and you get the gift, right? That the universe is giving you. Because with all these other fours too, I mean, this is like, stop giving so much is what I'm hearing. Stop giving so much. Like, yes, this card can also talk about how we might not be giving, right, in the best way that we can. But this energy, this reading with all the other two fours, it's really a sense of just like stop. And stillness came out, right? The Goddess of Stillness. So there's definitely a sense that You need to pause and just take stock of what just happened. And there's this moment in which, when we go inside ourselves and go into that stillness, that's when we get these, right? That's when we can tap into our intuition, get that inner knowing of how to move forward. Because right now I feel like you guys are feeling really stuck and cut off, and you don't really want to give, right? You're like, I'm going to keep all of my treasures, all of my resources for myself. And that's totally fine when we're going through these shifts, right? But then what spirit is encouraging, what my guides are saying, is that we don't want to stay in that energy forever, right? Because we tend to build up walls, right? To keep things out, to keep out the bad things from happening. But then we also keep out the good things from happening too, and the good things from coming into our lives. And even if we build up walls, these moments will still find their way in. They're just going to creep on in. And there's not really a way of preventing it, right? Because when we are at a place in our life where spirit is asking us to change direction, it's because that there's something else better for us. The sun here lets me know that whatever falls away, whatever breaks away, give yourself time, give yourself space, give yourself, time to integrate, time to accept, time for forgiveness for yourself, for others. There's a real sense of taking that time, right? That pause, that stillness, trying to understand what the lesson was, trying to understand all the things. But if we stay in that trying to understand every single tiny detail for too long, it does kind of keep us stuck, right? And so there's a sense where we honor it and then we have to move forward. And that's what the Knight of Pentacles is going to do. He is going to move forward, he or she, not gender specific. And they are going to move their way towards that sun, right? They're going to take their new idea, their new passion, their new seedling from the universe that is being offered, and they are going to go forward. Now, the Knight of Pentacles understands that things take time, right? And he or she understands throughout the journey. You need to pause, you need to stop, you need to smell the flowers, you need to do a meditation under a tree, right? Before you get back on that horse, you need to rest, you need to build a campfire, you got to cook yourself food. You're not going to climb that mountain in a day or a month, or, it takes time. And that's what the Knight of Pentacles really understands. He's not going to give up questing for what he wants. He's not going to stop driving forward on his horse, but he's also going to take the time and allow the universe to come in and help him grow this new idea, this new seedling, whatever you guys have going on, okay? You guys are going to slowly work your way towards the sun. The sun talks about success, new beginnings, love. The sun is really just all things good. Like, when the sun comes out in my readings, I'm like, okay, like, I really am able to move out of this space of feeling stuck, and it really helps me to understand that things are on the way when it's meant to happen. And as long as I keep showing up every day on this journey, and still showing up sometimes could just simply be like, I'm awake and alive, and I'm going to be grateful for the few things that I have, and I'm going to spend the day resting. And even if we're not out foraging and moving forward on the trail, sometimes he's going to take a day of rest or two, right? Sometimes the horse has got to rest. I mean, the horse can't walk, 25 million miles every single day, right? The horse has also got to stop too. And it's kind of like him co-creating with the universe, you co-creating with the universe. It's you and, right? You and the universe, you and God, you and whoever you believe in, you and your guides, right? You and your higher self, okay? I feel like the horse represents all of those things in this reading. It's like you and and you guys move forward and you guys are moving towards the sun. But I feel like this is going to come in when that stillness happens, right? When we go inside, when we listen to our intuition, when we go into our heart space, when we realize and accept that what was down here, okay, no longer is serving our highest good. And we need to be open to looking into this cup. What is this opportunity? What is this new thing that the universe is trying to show me and give me? Because if I stay here, this is crumbling. This tower is busted. It's on fire. It is going to hurt if I continue to stay here, right? And it's not any, like, these are things that are out of our control. Like when the tower shows up in my read, I'm like, this is like divine intervention. Like I could really try to stay here and fix this broken tower and really try to make it work, but it's never going to be like how it was, right? We're never going to be able to be in that space of what it once provided for us. And that's the encouragement of the universe, because the universe has better things for you. It's time. It's time to quest and move forward and realize that these swords and those binds and that blindfold is actually really loose. And when the time is right, you can walk away from that. But honoring, with that being said, though, still honoring the things that you went through, right? And that's where that stillness is, that grace for yourself, that compassion for yourself. And so I want to read the stillness card. And if you take the numbers 5 and 2 and add them together to reduce it down, it's the number 7. And the number 7 is also about gateways. So there's this sense of like going through that new gateway and like exploring that whole new path to see what awaits you. And so I'm just going to read what I feel called to read. Okay, so the Japanese goddess of winter, the goddess of stillness, calls you to a practice of daily meditation and stillness to prepare you for a greater productivity and results. Being open and receptive, slowing down, and allowing for time to dream activates your partnership with the universe so that you can truly set your intentions in motion. Then, almost without effort, you discover their vibrational match in the world of form. Just as life force quietly builds within a seed buried under the snow, so too will the energy build in the seed of your desires before manifesting with no effort on your part. You will find how easy it is to co-create while implementing a practice of stillness and receptivity. Let others make the first move at this time as you assess and observe the world around you from the profound position of stillness and neutrality. In this way, the world becomes more intimate, yet you know to take nothing personally. When the goddess of stillness comes to support you, be still. This calls in miracles. The action now is non-action. And then I want to pull a little synchronicity oracle card for a message. Okay, boy, that didn't. Sorrow. Yes. So the universe wants to, and this goddess wants to honor your sorrow right now, okay? Wants to honor that. And sitting in stillness and accepting it and honoring how sad it is, right? That this is fallen away, okay? But knowing that when the time is right, you're going to make that journey and you're going to find the sun again. And you're going to find a whole new tower, a whole new experience. It's not on fire. That's not feeling out of alignment, right? It's going to bring you joy. And you just have to believe that that is possible. And so I just want to take a moment to honor your sorrow. And for anybody that would like to receive it, I actually feel like I'm going to send out some Reiki energy for you guys. So if you want to receive it, just say yes. I'm going to go into a moment of stillness myself and just send you some loving Reiki energy that is healing. Okay, group one. I'm giving you guys a big hug for anybody that wants it. And I honor your sorrow too. And I'm there for you. And I hope you feel the universe is there for you too. And I'm sending you guys lots of love, lots of light. And as always, love yourself, trust yourself, and believe in yourself. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Hello, group two, and welcome to your reading. You guys were drawn to the Malachite heart. And so let's pull a message from the Goddess Power deck and see what Goddess has a message of empowerment for you guys today. Messages in alignment with group two's highest good, please. Okay, hold on, let me grab that. Okay, and so the Goddess of Focus has come out for you guys. And let's pull some tarot to clarify the message. Number 4. I feel like you guys are really working towards building something. Something stable. Some of you guys might actually be planning a wedding too. Okay, let's see. Messages for an alignment with group two's highest good, please. Messages of love and encouragement. And thank you everybody for being here. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. I am truly grateful to each and every one of you. Thank you for watching this video. Even if you're not subscribed, I'm truly grateful to have you here as well. Okay. Top card. Okay, and this one. Okay. And all right, hold on. Let me go grab those. Okay. So we have the 7 of Pentacles. We've got the Queen of Cups. We have the 9 of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords. The Devil. 6 of Swords. 4 of Cups. 8 of Wands, and the Hierophant. Okay. And so my guide keeps telling me, like, what's your focus on? What's your focus on? What are you focusing on? And so they're asking you, what are you focusing on? Because what you're focusing on is what is being created in your reality right now. Like, where our focus and attention goes, that's what's going to grow, right? And I hate to sound cliche, but that's literally the energy and like the messages that they're giving me. And I'm here to be honest and deliver the messages honestly. So sorry for sounding cliche, but they're literally like, what you're focusing on is where your attention is going. And so they're saying for some of you, you guys are still focused on the cups that have spilt. And there's like a whole other new thing that is awaiting you. There's all these other new possibilities. And the devil can talk about how we feel like we're being held back, right? Like he's got a hold on us. We can't move forward. We've got chains around us. There's no way out of here, right? Like we are at his whim. And that's not the case at all, my dears. It is not at all. We can choose to walk away at any moment. And the devil also talks about thought patterns, what you're thinking, what are you focusing on. And this 4 of Cups here is saying that the universe has a whole nother opportunity for you guys. So not all is lost is what they're saying. They're just saying not all is lost. You guys have maybe had some rough waters recently. And there's been a sense too that what you guys were working towards maybe needed to have a little moment of pause. And so I feel like for some of you, if you guys are like, I'm getting the sense that some of you are like really working towards house and home, like house and home, house and home. And something within the house and home isn't working. Now that's not for everybody. Okay. That's not for everybody. It's just kind of a select few of you. Because for whatever reason, the energy of this, there's some of you that are really, it's like house and home, and then other people in this reading, they're going in a little bit of a different direction, but it's still towards something stable. It's still towards something that is going to bring you a lot of joy. Like you guys have this idea of what you want and what you want to build and what you want to be building towards, but some of you are still focused on some of these things that have held you back, that have kept you from being able to like go forth, right, and charge with forth with the Eight of Wands and this Nine of Pentacles. You guys are dreaming about this attainment and the success and that moment in which you are like, I've achieved it. Like I went out and I built it and I achieved it, and it's coming. It's on its way. The Seven of Pentacles talks about not stopping what we're building, but maybe taking a different look, maybe taking a different approach. There needs to be something that we look at, that we're focused on, that we might need to look at a little bit differently. And I feel like the Hierophant is here as like a little reminder to just, I'm hearing from my guide, just like keep checking in with the universe, doing meditations, checking in with your higher self, believing that things are possible instead of focusing on everything. And I know that this is a hard shift, guys. I'm going through it myself, okay? We tend to look at the things that we know happened, right? There's the reality. We know that it happened and we can't deny it, right? And what's really hard sometimes is to shift that and say, hey, I know that I can't see it yet because it's behind me, but I'm trusting that this beautiful gift that's up there at the top of that tower is on its way down to me, and it will find me when it's ready. And if I focus and put my attention towards receiving this and opening up that space, then that's where we can really start to bring in and master that energy and master that, because you guys are going after emotional fulfillment. Like not only do you guys want to see like the success of it in material wealth and goods for all that you're working towards, right? But there's a sense that it's like the emotional fulfillment is almost more significant than any material wealth. And not to say that you don't want this. It just, there's a sense for some of you that the wealth will be nice, but it's like, I want to live heart-centered. I want to live in harmony with everything that brings me joy. And I want to be able to share that with people. And I want people to share in my joy. That's like that energy, right? And there's a sense of like charging forth, but what are you going to focus on? Like, what is she going to be aiming her arrow at? Because that's what's gonna, because if you keep aiming your arrow at the busted cups, you're just going to get more busted cups. If you aim your arrows at the miracles and trust and are open to receiving, then that's what you're going to get, right? Like, sorry guys, where your attention goes and where your focus goes, it's where the energy is going to flow. And I'm totally in the middle of learning this lesson right now. I feel you guys. I totally feel this energy. Okay. I totally am like, yep. And look at all the things that didn't happen before. And you want me to trust that this little cup is going to, make its way down from the heavens. And I can't even see it, right? But at least I can see this one. And that's where I get stuck. And I like sharing personal stuff with you guys because I'm human too. I learn stuff through these readings all the time. I'm just taking the wisdom from my guides and the universe and sharing it with you guys. And this is where I learn things too, because I just want to be real with you guys. I get stuck in these energies too. I get stuck in, well, I can't see it, so it can't be real. Okay. And so I just want to honor that because I'm not trying to sit up here on a soapbox at all. I go through all of these things too. And I'm learning a trust process too with the universe. And the Knight of Swords is very quick-witted, and they're going to go out and they're going to get what they want, right? So what do you think he's going to focus on, right? He or she. Sorry, it's just a male in the picture. It's not a gender specific reading. But he's going to get on that bike and he's going to go somewhere. So where is it that you really want to go? Where do you really want to go? Because the opportunities are there for you. What's the undercard? The Emperor. So the Emperor, so some of you that are trying to start new businesses and stuff like that, that's a great card. The Emperor is a great business card. For some of you that, you know, are wanting to build, and it's within your like home structure too. Like your home is your empire for yourself, right? Like your home is your place where you create, where you can build the kind of place that you want to see out in the world, right? And so there's a sense that really tapping into that inner strength and inner knowing and saying, okay, I could choose to focus on the broken cups, or I'm going to choose to focus on how I want to build my empire, how I want to create, how I want to sit here and, how should I say this? They're saying like sitting on your throne of trust, like sitting like on your throne of trust in the universe that you are being supported, trusting that where that energy is going to go towards that miracle, that it is going to come forth and you're going to be able to build your empire, right? You're going to build your home, you're going to build your life, you're going to build things the way that you really want to see them come forward. And so really focus on the kind of world you want to live in, the kind of home you want to create, the kind of person you want to be, the kind of leader you want to be, and not necessarily leaders for other people, although that is totally a possibility. They're also saying a leader for yourself. You can't lead other people without knowing how to lead yourself, is what they're saying. And so for the goddess of focus, it says, in order to fully embrace the intentions you have set in motion and your current conditions, it's important to seize the moment. Now is the time you can truly make your mark, as the goddess of focus, of hunt, will help you guide your arrows. Surrender yourself to the process of whatever is calling your attention. Immerse yourself fully in whatever needs your focus, and allow yourself the experience of deep, abiding trust. If you aim true and your heart is open and pure, grateful for all of the bounty that surrounds you, your deepest desires will manifest before you like magic. And I want to pull kind of like a little love note here from the Synchronicity Oracle and see what kind of love note we have for you. Bottom. Love. Oh. The universe loves you. And my guide is saying you should love yourself just as much as the universe does. And focusing on love is a very high vibration, and it helps to bring in more things, right? Like if you love and if you spend time in gratitude, the more things that you spend being grateful for and focusing on love and the things that bring you this kind of happiness, then more love is going to come into your life. And so those are the messages for you, group 2. I hope something in that resonated with you. I'm sending you guys lots of love and light. And until next time, love yourself, trust yourself, and believe in yourself. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Hello, group 3, and welcome to your reading. You guys were drawn to the watermelon red quartz. And let's go ahead and pull a Goddess Power Oracle card to see what goddess comes forward for you guys. Messages of love and encouragement, please. And thank you to everybody who's here. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. I am truly grateful for all of you. This one. Nope, this one. Okay. So the future. Okay. All right. And let's pull some tarot to clarify the message. feel like you guys are really dreaming about things. I mean, there's definitely some action, but I feel like some of you are not quite sure which next steps to take. No worries. We all go into those spaces, right? Okay. Okay. So there's definitely some sorrow for you guys in here. There's definitely a message that some of you are having some struggles right now. Okay. And this card, okay. All right, message, this one, okay. And messages in alignment with group 3's highest good, please. This one, 10 of fire, okay. And the tower. And this one, okay. These two. All right, so we have, oh boy. Well, this is faded. I'm sorry to say that you guys are going through it right now, but this is faded. Okay, so you guys got the 5 of air. You guys have Fortune's wheel. You have the 6 of air. You have the Empress. You have temptation. You've got the 10 of fire. You've got the 6 of fire. You've got the tower. And you've got 10 of air. So no wonder you guys are looking towards the future. Okay, so yeah, because where you guys are at right now is not pleasant. And I feel ya. I feel ya. Yeah, there's been struggle within your mental body. There's just a real sense of, like, you guys just went through this like tower experience in which you had a shock in your life in which something fell apart. And that could be a job, it could be a career change, it could be a marriage coming to an end, a long-term relationship, a friend. It's going to be different for each of you, but there's a sense that with the 10 of air and the 5 of air and the 10 of fire, it's it is time. This is like some faded energy, because these cards, all of these cards right here, talk about things coming to a close. And this one talks about if you stay here, it's not going to be pleasant. So in the original Rider-Waite tarot, like, it's like the tower's being hit by lightning, it's on fire, people are jumping out of the windows. It's very dramatic, but it's meant to be a very dramatic image because it does state that where you're at right now is just falling out of alignment with you. It's not good for you. It's not a place that you are going to be nourished. It's not a place where they're saying where love can grow. And that's why the Empress is here, is because you guys want something different than what you are experiencing right now. And there's kind of this like finality, like you guys are like at the tail end of going through that shock and that like, oh my goodness, my house is on fire, I have to get out, transitioning into like accepting that it's like the journey is done. Like, you're not going to waste any more mental time on this. You're not going to, like, you guys are kind of starting to see that trying to make deals with the universe or trying to think your way out of this or trying to act your way out of this or anything like that is just really, they're just saying it's futile. It's not going to work. And I'm sorry to be that messenger, but I also want to stay really true to the message and the energy that I pick up in this read. And this read is just saying, it's like, let all of those things burn and go away. Give it back up to source. Give it back up to your higher self for processing, because with the 6 of air here, this tells me that you guys are headed towards calmer waters. Like you guys are deciding like, okay, the tower's on fire. I'm not going to stay here. I'm going to go down to my dock. I'm going to get in my boat and I'm going to go on a journey and I'm going to go find a better place for myself. And when you do that, this little ship transforms into what they're saying is like a victorious voyage of finding the new, finding what is in alignment with you now, finding what is going to light your passion and path moving forward, and finding the new miracles that the universe and source and everything has to offer you. And this temptation card, it's like some of you, I feel like, are kind of wanting to stay in these old structures because it's what you know, right? And we as humans can really fear change sometimes. When we are literally going into the unknown, it can be scary. We don't know what we're going to find, right? Like we don't know who else is out there. But if we trust that we're being guided by the universe and that this is the wheel of fortune turning in our favor towards a better fate for us and a better life, I just really ask you to not be tempted to go back to those spaces, right? Like, don't go back to those spaces in which hold you back and restrain you, because there's a sense that you're going to find as you shift and this becomes more of that victorious voyage that they're talking about, then the Empress knows all about how to create a garden, right? She's nurturing, she's loving, she's mother-like. She knows how to take care of herself. She knows how to take care of her garden. She understands and trusts with the universe process that things will come to fruition at the right time, that she has a place for her, that the universe is holding space for her to go to be able to plant these new beautiful beginnings. And they want you to be tempted in that direction, like tempted towards the fruit that's going to feed you, that you make, and know that you're being guided. Okay, like this is like a divine, like you're falling out of old cycles, they're saying. Like sometimes the word karma comes into this. It's like a karmic cycle for some of you. There's like a karmic cycle coming to a close. There's like a release. There's a sense of release and letting go. And because you guys are going towards the future. That's where spirit wants you to go, is keep dreaming about this future. Keep every day, make a little baby step towards your goal, right? And sometimes baby steps is simply just getting up and then going back to bed and just feeding ourselves good for the day and resting, okay? It's not always an action. Sometimes just laying and dreaming and resting and dreaming about the future. We still have to take action, right? But it all gets started within our mind, within our heart space. What is going to bring you a fulfilled existence? What are your desires? What do you want to go after? If you knew that anything was possible and you knew you couldn't fail, sorry to sound cliche, but this is what they're saying. If you knew you couldn't fail, what would you go out and try to find for yourself? What would this journey look like if you just knew on the other side that something was going to be there waiting for you and it was going to support you and bring you so much more joy than what you're experiencing now? And that's what they want you to focus on, is that future. And we go through cycles and things come and go in and out of our lives. Some people are not meant to be our people for our entire life. As much as we might want that, that also goes for careers. Sometimes we leave careers that we've invested 7, 14, 20, 30 years in, and you just get to a point and you say, you know what? I'm done with this and I don't know what my next path is, but I'm going to let my heart space guide me and let my passions guide me. And I'm going to dream about a better future for myself and then go out and try to find it. And so I'm going to read the message from the card. Okay, so the goddess of the future. As you set your intentions for the life you desire, the Norse goddess of the future comes to show you glimpses. You experience these magical journey markers as flashes of insight and moments of inspiration, like an echo of something that exists in another dimension. It's funny when things turn out exactly as you predicted, but remember that the essence of your intention means more than its form. The goddess future, who rules the destiny of gods and men, say says remaining true to the moment is your greatest power. Allowing the self to evolve as you go and discover new things will set the path forward to unfold into your destiny. The power of the present and how you respond to life's potential is the potent fertile seed of the future. In order to claim the future, you must attend to the now. Even then, nothing is guaranteed, and everything is infused with magic. And that's where that guarantee, right? I feel like a lot of us, even myself included, we get stuck on, well, there's not a guarantee if I go and set sail, I'm going to find something magical. And you're right. There isn't a guarantee in life. Nothing is a guarantee. But think about all the things so far that you've brought into your life, and even if they're not in alignment with you anymore, you still manifested it. And so what's holding you back from manifesting yet another great thing into your life? And that's what they're just saying. They want you to focus on that, like realize how the things that you've already manifested that maybe didn't seem possible, but that you did it. And anything that's meant to come to us will come to us, but we just have to be open to the possibilities. And sometimes it doesn't come in the exact form we thought, right? Like, so we have to stay open. Like, maybe we want to be like a freelance writer, but maybe we can't be a freelance writer, but we could get a job working for a company where we have to write articles that like are a certain thing, but maybe like writing is your passion, maybe not necessarily working directly for a company. But the more you're open to that experience, that might lead to a freelance thing. Like, that's what they're saying, is that like sometimes it doesn't always come exactly how we want it, but if we keep working towards it and keep open to the opportunities, the more open we are, the more the universe is able to present those different opportunities. And so creativity is your little love note that came out. And with this fox, I feel like it's like also being like playful, like really getting in touch with that like playful creative side of you. I feel like it's really going to bring you guys some new ideas, some new inspiration, a new way of just kind of like existing for right now, that's just going to help to really help build that like positive future, like bring in those new things that you guys want. Be open to the different ways that you can create. And so that is the message for you, group 3. I hope something in here resonated with you. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, love yourself, trust yourself, and believe in yourself. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.